So as you were talking, I was thinking about just so many great coaches and so many great players who have influenced you and touched your life.
Mhm.
Um, can you kind of maybe think of maybe two or three coaches that have had like a strong, I know this is tough, that have had a profound impact on your life? And what was like the one thing that you took with you and then carried on to the next place that you went to? I
Two or
know,
three
deep
is
one. I
come on,
know.
come
Sorry.
on.
Sorry.
Coaches, you're saying
Yeah,
two or
coaches.
three coaches. Okay. Well, I mean, my foundation is our cruiser coaches, and the crazy passion and commitment that our dads displayed for a freaking decade, and your dad's still doing it, and but they were the foundation for me. And I always talk about my dad, and because I come from a sports family, but a coaching family. So, I my dad was a coach as long as I have known him, and then he ended up coaching me. My uncle coached baseball he still is coaching baseball for like 30 years. And so I was always kind of in conversations or exposed to conversations about teams and group cultures and lineups and post game, you know, being distraught post game about whatever. So then when my dad coached me, it was probably set the foundation for like where I'm at now. And I find myself saying things that my dad said literally 20, 25 years ago to me, to us.
Mm.
Um, and I'm like, well, there's my dad. I've turned into my dad. But his passion and his love for his players, I think, is something that I know I have in me, and I've wanted to retain. And I'm a little more mild than my father.
Yes.
My language most of the time is a little bit more
Less
PG
fitting.
most of the time, yes. But yeah, so I think that our dads in that cruiser experience, I mean, we were we were kind of on the cusp of the time where a core group of players in travel ball actually stayed together from 12 and under all the way to college. And we were lucky enough to be coached by the same group of people. And so they, I feel like, set the foundation for the rest of our softball careers, you doing this, me doing this. And
Yeah.
um, I mean, I think about Coach Kendrea because from watching him from afar and then also being coached by him, he talked about that even keeled nature. And he's someone who's passionate, who has high expectations, but just stayed right here too. Like he always flashed his personality. He's sarcastic and he's funny as hell, but he's serious too. But there was never too high or too low. And I remember actually watching him. We were probably, I don't know, it was probably our like junior of high school, and watching a World Series game, and they won it. And he like sat on the bucket and he just watched his team celebrate. And I was like, wow, like some people might think that that's just like he's removed from it, but I know that he just wanted to watch his team celebrate after everything, and probably the emotional toll that a season takes on you and that level of investment in going through the struggles and highs and lows of a season. But he was just so level. And so that's something that, like I said earlier, I mean, I'm an emotional being, so I'm like up and down. So he's kind of that pillar of just even keeled nature that I refer to in my brain a lot when I'm trying to just stay level. And then I would say Amanda Scott is just, she's super smart. I've coached her for 10 years now. I've learned a lot about that people management and trying to have a pulse on your entire group, but not just the group as a whole, but every individual that's on your roster. And she's really, really special as far as that goes. So I would say if I had to pick three, I would pick those three. Two that I've been coached by, Coach Kendrea, who I got to watch from afar, probably a lot more than I experienced. I did experience him a handful of years on the national team, but watching him since I was a young pup on TV and being exposed in that sense, but then also getting to play for him, and then coaching alongside Amanda and experiencing her pulse on the group, her pulse on her players, and her pulse on the game, and how to manage all of those things.
Nice. Awesome.